The weight's about the same. 5 years younger is Timothy Bradley. That could be a factor. And Bradley also has a couple of inches.
Springs, California, the 5-time world champion, the Desert Storm, Timothy Bradley. The humble warrior from Sarangani province, the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao.
Fight in a couple of weeks.
Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
Tony Weeks with a final instruction to the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. This is white with the blue and gold on either. A lot of in the ocean. Bradley gets through with just touching the chin that time. Oh, Bradley really.
You need about 3 different sparring partners to do what he does. So we'll see how Teddy has Tim prepared.
In this fight. Tim gets a little shot. As if I need to tell you who's who is.
But we will know after the fight, right? He'll tell us finally. It won't be a big secret anymore.
Come on, hands free, hands free.
Oh.
Nice job of Bradley getting off when Pacquiao came in that time.
To make something happen, yeah.
Manny comes in, Tim uses nice defense. He came and tried to get back outside like Teddy asked him to do. Uppercut. When Manny pulls out, he's trying to, that's the second time I've seen him execute that uppercut.
2-1 favorite in this fight, but they're pretty close.
And that's a lot to do with the fact that there's a huge...
Now Manny's starting to get into it here a little.
Landed that one punch. I don't think that's enough to give him the round, though. I think very closely, Bradley
in round 2, better round.
Bradley landed about 3
Look at
shots.
some of the action from round 2. Tim Bradley was very clever, I thought, in this round. He managed to get that right under the left elbow of Pacquiao. Near the end of the round, it was back to Manny Pacquiao starting to make some things occur in there.
Little Dundee who would teach and get excited and off that left hand. Miss with a right. Manny comes in, catches him. Manny caught him to catch him going back out. Not quite in position to do it that time. Tim slipped over there.
He really doesn't want to stay.
To Manny Pacquiao. He said that in several interviews this week. Said it's like you've taken the test and you have all the answers. To say you can have a cheat sheet to Manny Pacquiao, someone that's so dynamic of a fighter.
See the way he stayed on that shoulder that time?
Fighters are showing some defensive prowess that they're not really known for in this fight. They're making the other guys miss.
For the life of me, I got to get that one.
I'll never forget that heartbreaking scene of Jinky in the corner after the Marquez loss in the corner.
Get off and then make them meet for you. Get off and make them be right.
Bradley felt that one of his big advantages for this fight was not.
They came here ready to fight. Tim trying to pressure Manny a little bit more here. Tim landed the jab and there's a counter punch by Manny. He gets the right hand through. Manny gets right back. Lands a shot. Anyway, the fight's that way and it's his way of winning. But Bradley's come here to fight, to box, and so has caught Manny coming in with the right hand.
He wants to counter so bad. I'm sure he's watched that Marquez tape a couple times.
And then he landed that one. See, this is something. Both landed 4 rounds. You know, the first round I scored at 10-10. We know the judges didn't score it that way, and is the action from the 4th.
All right, I thought Pacquiao had a much better round in this round. In fact, so much that I think it alarmed Teddy Atlas so much.
On one side of his trunks, white trunks with the gold up top. Timmy's got the what Teddy had to say. Manny gets a straight left hand through, which is a power shot to his southpaw. And now, missed it. Tim gets set. Nothing landed then. Good defense by Manny Pacquiao.
Manny hasn't done a lot in this round offensively.
Tim caught him with an uppercut coming in. A little bit of an exchange there. Who gets the best of it? Nobody really. People chanting Bradley. Catches him with a right hand. Catches him with another right hand. Manny threw a lot of punches, but nothing landed. Crowd really into it now. This is really good stuff now.
He caught Bradley clear.
Pacquiao
Enough to give Manny Pacquiao this round. He catches him with the uppercut. Boy, that makes it a close round at the end.
That was a good round.
First, a little bit more.
All right, we'll take a look. Bradley went to the offense in this round. Combination, threw Manny into the ropes. Manny shook his head, said, no, it was nothing. But he did land in that round. That was a good left, and that lifted the right foot of Pacquiao up off of the canvas. Later on in the round, things continued to warm up. The two really warming to the task. An excellent left hook there by Bradley. But at the end of the round, it was Pacquiao that came on and was landing the cleaner shots. And you see that beautiful straight left by
WBO welterweight international championship on the line. Not a world title, but you wouldn't know it from the reaction of the crowd.
When I was saying all week that I thought that this third fight would be the best fight, that doesn't mean it's because it's going to have the most action, but it's been the most even fight through 6 of the 3 so far.
A decade ago, seeing Freddie Roach and saying, hey, you might want to keep an eye on this kid I've got going tonight. Manny would easily beat Manny Pacquiao. But that was the beginning of a long...
Where you need to. And you're giving him spots that he can win.
All right, Pacquiao came out very strong in this round. Good bounce back round for him, I thought. You saw that good combination, but Bradley kept coming forward. Managed to get that overhand right home. And
59-55, so argument is through a minute 30 seconds of that round. Then lands a Bradley doubles with a jab, then comes inside. Nothing big lands. Manny touches the chin. Right now he's got all the campaigning in hand. Bradley get hit, and referee.
it's a knockdown.
Is it a knockdown? Yes, on the score sheet. It wasn't a big shot, but it was enough to get Tim Bradley off balance. And it's a 10-8 round for Pacquiao. Again here now.
He lands that right,
and the
just
right
behind the ear. Yeah.
And then he pushed him. He was kind of off balance. He pushed him down, and Tony.
There is the punch. There is the punch there. Here it comes, right there. That
yeah.
one.
Yeah. And it's 20 weeks as a referee doesn't make many mistakes. I'll tell you that. He's right on top of it. Doing a nice job now countering this guy.
Now Bradley is in a position where
Tim lands, caught him pretty good and put Manny back in his heels. Pacquiao at 37 years of age, still very quick, hands and feet.
Bradley's digging now.
Yeah, he is.
Those are hard punches.
Really attacking, really forcing the fight now. Boy, look at that hand speed of Pacquiao.
The action in that round, this was the most exciting action. You could see that, as I mentioned right at the time, that Bradley is digging with his punches. He was sitting on his punches real strong, and he drove Pacquiao across the ring. And that was one of the first times I've ever seen Pacquiao in a position where he couldn't punch back. He had to really side wheel out of there and get off the ropes. And if you look, that's a lot of consecutive.
The Colonel Bob Sheridan, Rich Carrano, Christina Ponce, his Bradley on the assault now. Nothing between the two of them here. Two sound punches by Pacquiao.
Sometimes you wonder if Tim's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, because he says, look, I can be the tough guy in there.
Couple of decent punches by Tim, and then, he gets dropped again. Gets hit left hand, and it knocks him.
You told us yesterday I still have the killer instinct. Really unleash it.
Well, he's got to do that now.
We have not seen a knockout from Manny Pacquiao in a long, long time. And the fans are so anxious for that.
This is something else right now. How do you like it, folks? Bradley's been down twice.
Oh, and right there you see him working the jab, but he ran into that left at the top of the head. Colonel called it for you early, but then I think that left in the top of the head hurt him
The first
originally.
one.
Yes. And then that one put him down.
That was just like the button on after the
More
first.
prepared for this fight. And there's Pacquiao with another right-hand shot.
Now it's almost like the game plan that Tim had to box in the beginning has to go out the window.
Yeah, of course, but you have to be able to adjust in boxing. And really answering back, it looks to me like Bradley is ground that came about 10 seconds before the knockdown. Landed up high in the head, and that's the one that bothers your equilibrium.
Yeah, just trying to get his head clear. That makes it almost
Sure,
insurmountable.
he can't believe it's happening to him.
Got it whack.
There's a good little unusual punch, but that's what we talk about. Nobody throws the unusual punches like Manny. I mean, he was leaning forward and with that little right hand.
You understand?
Mouthpiece.
Look at this.
Ready? Let's get out real
And let me see your pop shot with that.
Even with a knockdown, if our scores were official, he's not back in the fight.
I mean, why? He's fighting a terrific fight.
Final round, and Tim hasn't been able to land any sort of big blow. And it's very difficult because Manny's up on his toes, bouncing around, slides down to the right. Now he knows how to...
Tim's mentally checked out already. I've kind of felt that way since the 10th round. And Manny already in the red corner.
25 seconds ago, Tim needs desperation now. It's desperation time. He pounds Pacquiao, he's bent over. Stays right on him, Manny stays away 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. There'll be no knockout. Bradley gets caught between the ropes. Manny comes in, and this is at the last few seconds of Pacquiao's career. If so, he put on a brilliant performance tonight against Tim.
By way of unanimous decision, and now the WBO International Welterweight Champion from the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao.
All three judges had at one point different really than what we had, but all unanimous at 116-110.